My passion is keeping leather out of landfills, specifically in Italy. Did you know that every year over 700 million kilos or 1.5 billion pounds of material are discarded just in the leather, footwear, and accessories industries here in Italy? This is my inspiration for Sieme brand, a brand that is founded on the principles of repurposing this valuable material and upcycling it into beautiful artisan-made bags, hand-woven and hand macrame here in Italy. And a lot of you have asked me how I'm able to upcycle all of this leather. Well, I co-founded the first leather upcycling and recycling center in all of Italy. It's located just outside Florence, and it's called Zero Lab. At Zero Lab, we partner directly with luxury brands that produce in the area to recover their leather scrap and overstock leather and repurpose it in a variety of ways. That's why every collection at Sieme starts with sorting all of the materials that we get and figuring out the color stories and what we can do with all of this leather. Then the leather is transformed into these hand-woven panels, and we also transform it into leather cording to hand weave and hand macrame all of the bags at Sieme. An average of 20 to 40% of leather is discarded during accessories and shoes production worldwide. However, in Italy, this can be as high as 60, or I've even seen 70% of leather discarded in the name of perfection. And my sincerest hope is that by seeing this bags, you begin to understand that upcycled doesn't have to mean cheap or that it has less value than a new product. In fact, I would say that upcycling is uniquely perfect for the luxury industry because it takes the skill of these artisans to transform all of these discarded materials into gorgeous new products through the macrame, the weaving, and all of the handcraft required. In fact, my personal mantra is that waste is just a word for materials for which we lack the imagination to transform. This is my why. I will forever be passionate about keeping all of this material out of landfills and designing ethical luxury leather handbags that can be worn many different ways and work better for you and your wardrobe. So if you really want to see the behind the scenes or know how your luxury leather goods are made here in Italy, or if you have any questions about the Italian leather industry specifically, or just want to see how we keep all of this leather out of landfills, continue to follow along and make sure to message me or ask me a question in the comments. Ciao from Firenze.